Hello and good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris White at the Foothills Weather Network Weather Center, along with meteorologist Scotty Powell.
Yeah, Chris, a very volatile weather situation coming up in the next 24 to 72 hours. We got heavy rain, potentially some severe weather, some record warmth temperatures, a lot of stuff going on here in the area at one of the busiest times of the year.
It is a lot of people traveling to their homes and back to see family and friends for this Christmas holiday weekend. And boy, do we have a weather map to greet you.
Yeah, if you'd look at it, you would think it's April instead of December. Now, if you go to the west of the Rockies, it's perfect Christmas weather. But as you transition across the Mississippi River, anything but wintry.
It is the only place in Eastern America that is going to see a white Christmas, maybe the northern part of Maine, and that's it. Other than that, it is over for wishing for the white Christmas. It may be the Mudfest Christmas.
Yeah, very muddy Christmas indeed could be the forecast, the story. As we show you the watches, warnings, and advisories. Dense fog advisory until Wednesday at 10 a.m. Flash flood watch going on until Thursday evening. And Chris, we could see some heavy rain, some flooding here in the Western Carolinas.
That's right. This flash flood watch stretches all the way from just north of Lynchburg to the Gulf Coast region, and it's all in part due to this low pressure, but more importantly, the stalled frontal boundary that is not making much progress to the east. So let's go right to it and turn on the radar so you can see exactly what's going on. We'll turn these fronts and these advisories off, and you can see exactly what we're talking about here. A massive amount of rain coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, surging north toward our area.
Yeah, we've already started to see those showers break out in the western Piedmont area around Gaston and Cleveland counties. We'll zoom into our local map here, and you can start to see that rain pick up in Gastonia over towards Kings Mountain over into Shelby. Chris, we're going to see that rain pick up in intensity tonight and eventually affect not only the Piedmont but the foothills.
Exactly. This is starting to transition into a real good southerly flow. It's going to transition to a southwest flow. The good thing about this, if you've got to find a silver lining to the rain, is that when this heavy rain moves in, it's really going to condense all these small water droplets that's causing the fog, and it's probably going to take the fog away and transition into a heavy rain threat as we head through the remainder of the night. Most of the heavy rain arriving probably after 1 a.m.
Yeah, Chris, and talking of heavy rain, let's get to those rainfall totals. That flash flood watch up for our area, and it's rightfully placed. We could see rainfall totals anywhere between 3 to possibly 5 inches, especially in those southern mountains and along the escarpment here in the foothills.
Exactly, and you can see just a bullseye from Hendersonville to Cullowhee and back down the mountain rest in South Carolina. But take a look at these eastern-facing slopes. And yeah, I'm not just talking about Burke, Caldwell, and Alexander counties, McDowell counties, Rutherford counties. I'm talking, the western parts of Cleveland County, northwest Lincoln, and even western Catawba County there, working east. And some of these may be underdone working towards Charlotte because they've already seen a lot of rainfall today.
Yeah, Chris, flooding down there, and we're potentially going to see some flooding in our areas. So again, remember those sayings: turn around, don't drown, don't be crossing any flooded roadways. It's going to make for a messy day tomorrow. We kind of get a break tomorrow evening before another round of rain comes in on your Thursday and Friday, and with that brings the potential of some severe weather.
Severe weather, a big ordeal and a big threat, especially. It's going to start tomorrow out toward Dallas. Let's bring that right up and take a look at it, Scotty. Out toward Dallas, go out to our regional, and you can see from Dallas to Little Rock, some slight risks starting to show up there. This will transition and move east as we move into day 2, or what will be Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we're going to see some potentially devastating thunderstorms, damaging thunderstorms, devastating tornadoes. Not liking the soundings going on in Mississippi and Alabama, Tennessee. Chris, we could see the potential tomorrow and Thursday of some pretty devastating tornadoes that unfortunately going to affect a lot of people's lives in those states. And I'm afraid it's going to be a news story as the week goes on.
It definitely could be. We hope it doesn't set up like this, but everything is pointing to this factor. And the Storm Prediction Center has issued that this enhanced risk all the way from Nashville to Toledo to Jackson and Little Rock. Memphis is in this as well. Even the southwest corner of Kentucky. It really lines up more with April than it would with a December storm system, when it should be already cold by now.
That's right. Birmingham also in there. Let's go to our day 3. That would put us Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. And that marginal threat is actually, if we zoom into our more local, you can see that picked up a little bit better. That marginal threat is in the foothills and Piedmont, western Piedmont of the Carolinas. So we're going to have to watch that as this evolves. I think we'll have a lot more information tomorrow as to what, if any, severe weather we can see Thursday and Friday.
Definitely agree with that. Stay with us. We'll bring you any updates to this that we need to as it becomes available. And be weather ready. You know, flash flooding is not something we generally deal with around Christmas time here. It's not on a lot of people's minds. You're more on the thinking of getting together with family and friends than taking precautions for your family and friends. And I know my family has a cabin on the river that we get together with every Christmas morning. And it's something we've got to think about, too, with this flood threat that's coming up. It won't be anything, I don't think, like we've seen in 2004 with Francis. Probably nowhere close. But a minor flood risk is possible out there. You know, Johns River is one that comes to my mind when I think about flooding. It, with the last few rain events, it's risen up and got out of its banks. Also, the North Fork of the Catawba River up in McDowell County.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to watch along with the severe weather. Another thing that kind of not interfere with your Christmas holiday, but something you're going to notice is the temperatures. And it's going to be quite warm starting tomorrow and lasting through the weekend.
Yeah, right now we're in the 50s, going up into the 60s. And it looks like that we're going to, skyrocket up into the low 70s in some of our viewing area as we head into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Something that just doesn't make it feel more Christmassy, but, you know, family and friends can make that really feel good.
Yeah, it can, Chris. And we're going to see those temperatures in the 70s this weekend. I was doing the forecast for Cleveland, Lincoln, and Gaston, and I forecasted right around 70 on Saturday and upper 60s on Sunday. So a very warm pattern. But I think for you winter lovers, things are about to change. This may be spring or your warm weather's last hurrah, at least for the next month or so.
That's correct. I mean, going into January, all signs are on now. They're coming in line with a very cold pattern set up over the southeast, especially as we go, into mid-January and on out into February there. And even the first week of January looks pretty cold compared to what we're seeing now.
And Chris, with those cold temperatures, for you winter weather lovers, that active southern jet stream is going to remain active. So it's not a question, is it? It's when is the moisture in the cold air going to sink up? And I do believe by the end of winter, everybody will be thinking about the winter weather instead of the warm start we've had to winter.
They definitely will. They'll be wanting the warm start back. So be prepared for that as we go forward, and we'll keep you up to date. The weather patterns do change from time to time, and looking long range, it makes it very hard to dictate exactly where it's going to get what, but man, it looks really favorable for you winter weather lovers.
It does. So from all of us, Chris and myself, and everyone, all the staff here at the Foothills Weather Network, we do want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Stay safe out there starting tonight through the next few days. Just make sure that you have your cell phone with you. We have an awesome weather app you can download. We'll send those push notifications to you, not to interrupt your family time, but just to let you know if there are any flooding or any severe storms that's going to affect your area. That way we can keep you safe while you're staying with your family.
That's exactly right. So we'll be in the Weather Center monitoring this as we go through the holiday here. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. we hope it is a enjoyable one, and the 70s bring more warmth to your family than the average year.
Have a great night and Merry Christmas.